to the Biscuits and Blurays podcast, where we watch Blu-rays, and the biscuit used to be a grey tower alone on the sea.
I was hoping you was going to do that.
You became
The light on the dark side of me.
love. We're your hosts, James and Jade. Hello.
Hello.
But this is the end of our Batman anthology marathon.
We
made it.
Oh, wait.
We did it. This is Batman Forever. This is the whole reason we've started watching these, by the way, because we watched Men in Black, and you were like, I like Tommy Lee Jones. And then we got onto the subject of Batman Forever, and you hadn't seen any of them, which is why we are where we are.
Thank you, people who made me watch these.
You're the only person who votes for something else when everyone else votes for one thing.
Twisters.
Twisted. You'll never get it. You might get it.
Oh, please.
We might end the season with it.
Yes.
But we've done Batman and Robin already, so we don't have to do that. That's good. What did you think this was going to be like?
If it was anything like the other two, absolute wank.
I think you're being harsh.
I'm not going to lie, I've not really got as much out of this as you thought I was going to get out of these.
But you've seen them.
I've seen them now.
Mm-hmm.
They've been all right. There's been things I've liked about them. I don't think they're really for me. Weirdly, I kind of enjoyed this, and I think I should have done, but I did.
Okay, so this is 1995. Cast your minds back, 1995. Me and you were both alive.
Yeah,
both living. Yeah, little kids, little babies.
I'd have been 4.
I'd have been 4 or 5. Yeah. This isn't my first Batman movie. I watched this way later.
Okay, what did you watch first?
Batman and Robin was mine.
Oh.
Because I had the PS1 game. I've still got the PS1 game.
Oh dear.
It is not a very easy game to win, that.
You're not good at any of these old games, though.
No, because they're difficult. Batman and Robin in particular. If you watch a playthrough of that, people are like, what do I do?
Is it harder than the Phantom Menace?
It's up there with the Phantom Menace. For me, anyway. And I'm not good at games.
You said it.
Yeah, I'm not. Tim Burton has left. Shock. Horror.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Sorely missed.
You can still tell, looking at this film, it has a Tim Burton vibe to it. And obviously, he's in the credits. He's a producer on this.
Yeah, but not the next one. Just...
Yeah, you can kind of see Tim Burtonisms in this, with how Gotham looks still. Some of the buildings are still Tim Burton-esque. Not quite as much, or in the costume design either, especially of the villains.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Penguin was perfect as far as it goes, being very Tim Burton-esque.
Okay.
These two weirdos now.
We've injected it with some sort of neon.
Yeah, there was neon lights everywhere, but a lot of that, I think, was connected to the Riddler.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It kind of makes sense. I'm not sure why Tim Burton didn't come back. I think maybe just to do other things. I can't quite find a reason for that. Keaton is not returning either.
Oh, shame.
So he met with Joel Schumacher. And Joel Schumacher apparently laid it all out. And then Keaton was like, that's not for me.
I don't want to have to be in the film more than 2 scenes.
What, you're doing Riddler and Two-Face? Are you mad? Who am I going to have to kiss this time?
Both of them.
Nicole Kidman? Are you mad?
Not enough brooding for me.
Am I brooding in this one? Yeah.
He was hardly in the last one.
But the brooding budget on the last one was through the roof, and in this one, it's non-existent. He's brooding slightly in this one.
Yeah, he does some brooding, but not as much.
If you want to see Batman brood,
this isn't the film.
This isn't for you. Yeah.
No.
Although he broods a little bit.
Yeah, Bruce is always brooding somewhere.
Yeah, Brood Wayne. Yeah. Did you enjoy this movie?
Yes, weirdly.
Why?
I think it was just silly, and I kind of liked that.
Okay.
It was something that was harmless. It didn't seem to take itself too seriously.
But I'd argue it didn't take itself seriously enough.
It tried to bring in darker elements.
Yeah.
It didn't do a good job of making it fit with the goofy elements of it.
Okay.
But I suppose it's because this is my first time watching it.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it just thinking, that's a CGI, that's a green screen, that's a model. I enjoyed it for that.
Okay.
I think we were just vibing to it. I'm not saying I liked it because it was good.
Yeah.
As such. I liked it just because there was things I don't know. It was just a good time.
Okay, well, we'll talk through it then. So Val Kilmer is in the Batsuit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that?
I thought he was all right.
I think he's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think he's found a good Bruce Wayne. I enjoy his Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
I don't love his Batman.
It's nice to see more of Bruce Wayne in this as well.
But are you going to a Batman movie to watch Bruce Wayne?
No, but I don't know. I like seeing a bit more of that side of him as well, because again, as we know with a lot of the villains, there's two sides to them, there's two sides to Batman. He's both characters. I mean, obviously the first one of these movies we watched with Mr. Keaton, you mentioned that about the masquerade scene.
Oh, the masquerade scene, the Bruce Wayne is the mask.
But I always like to see Bruce Wayne as a character in Batman.
Yeah. Okay.
And I feel like
going to business meetings and carrying a little briefcase and stuff.
Yeah, I like to see a bit more of what's happening Wayne Enterprises wise. When I was watching the other two, I think it's how it's written. Keaton came across more like an arts dealer.
Yeah.
Than being this CEO of a massive enterprise.
But is that just the stuff that he had in Wayne Manor, though?
But even like the other exhibitions and stuff he was at, like the very first one with the journalist lady he met.
Vicky Vale, yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I couldn't tell you what he did.
I love how with every Batman media we watch, you forget the last love interest.
Yeah, it's going to happen with next one as well.
Oh, he does have a love interest in Batman and Robin, doesn't he? Do you not remember?
No.
And she's like, oh, I'm Australian in this one. Oh, Bruce.
I've got baby brain. I can't tell you that.
But I like Kilmer. You need a chin to be a good Batman, Good chin.
Was he lacking chin, or did he have all the chin?
What he lacks in chin, he makes up for in lips.
And in bat nipples.
There are bat nipples on the suit. I enjoy this suit, though.
I enjoyed the first suit that we get in this.
Uh-huh.
The second one I didn't vibe with as much. As you said yourself, gives off more vibes to Clooney's suit in the one that comes afterwards.
Hot take. I like Clooney's suit.
Oh, why do you like battles?
I don't know. Maybe that says something about me.
I think it says something about you as a person.
Yeah. Batman this time is not up against one villain. He's up against many villains. 2 villains. 3 villains, technically.
Technically 3.
Yeah. So, okay. So we had Harvey Dent rocked up in Batman. Do you remember when he was...
And it looked like there was something interesting going on there, and I was hoping that actor would still be staying with it.
Billy D. Williams.
But we didn't get that for some reason.
I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but Billy D. Williams would later go on to play Two-Face in the Lego Batman movie.
He did, yeah. So
okay,
I'm glad
good.
he got to do it. I'd have liked to have seen him do like a full acting performance, not just be like a voice actor.
Yeah.
Not saying that
but he's like 94, so like...
Yeah, maybe it came at a good time, that.
Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones, the reason we're here. I don't understand how Tommy Lee Jones is the thing that brought us here.
All roads lead to Tommy Lee Jones.
Okay, good.
Every single road.
Someone's got a new tattoo idea.
Yeah, so everyone's got these, what do you call it? Like inspiring lyrics.
Yeah.
You have inspiring lyrics on your arms.
Yeah.
Mine's going to be all roads lead to Tommy Lee Jones.
No country for Tommy Lee Jones.
No, none.
Mm-hmm. He plays Harvey Two-Face Dent in this.
Why?
What do you mean? What do you mean why?
What was the idea?
I find it odd that this is the casting choice for this.
I mean, what happened? He wasn't the first choice, was he? He wasn't attached when Tim Burton had the project.
No. Well, they recast with Billy D. Williams. I'm not sure if there was anyone else in mind for this take on it with Schumacher. I'd imagine usually when there's an actor... Oh, no. Tommy Lee Jones was Joel Schumacher's first choice. There we go. What do we know?
I'm surprised he did it as well.
After working with him on The Client, Jones accepted the role because his son, and I knew this would be the case.
Yeah, you did. You called this.
11 at the time, said Two-Face was his favourite character.
So he's playing it for his son.
He's playing it for a paycheck and his child.
Mainly the paycheck.
Mostly the paycheck, I'd argue.
For the child.
This is a weird performance, this one, in a sense that it doesn't feel like it's a Tommy Lee Jones performance.
No, I feel like I'm watching a really bad interpretation of the Joker.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
The way it's written as well is Joker-esque.
Yeah.
It's delivering monologues and lines and stuff like that.
I mean, the whole him being in the top hat doing the whole circus thing, it felt very Joker-esque, very showman-like. When I think of Two-Face, I don't think of a showman.
I don't think anyone does.
No, I think of someone a lot more sinister.
Yeah. Do you like Two-Face as a Batman villain?
I do. I think he's interesting. But not like this.
Not this.
No.
No, never this. Do you like how he looks?
He's got an interesting vibe to him. It feels very cartoonesque.
It feels like it's ripped directly from the comic.
Yeah, and I kind of like that, to be fair.
But it doesn't work. It doesn't work in real life. Because, for those of you who don't know, which isn't any of you, but I'm just going over this.
Everybody knows.
Everyone knows this. Harvey Dent is a lawyer, a district attorney in Gotham, and then he gets acid thrown in his face,
Mm-hmm.
and he's left scarred on one side of his face / body.
Yeah.
Unclear. However, the acid, you do see that accident happen to him, and you see it shot so cinematically which you're not allowed cameras in a courtroom. And so they shoot
to video in a courtroom that's not official.
Someone's edited it really, really well, and it's shot beautifully. And it's like slow motion and stuff. But the acid hits the side of his face, like splashes him. But he's left top to toe with just a straight line.
It's perfectly symmetrical.
Yeah.
Now, guys, you know what happens if you splash something? It splatters. It ends up everywhere. If that had actually happened to somebody, they'd have splatters in different places in their face. It'd be patchy.
It'd be jagged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally, it's perfect. It's perfectly, what's it called? Symmetrical.
It's so odd. I don't mind it. I think it's a good makeup effect.
Even his hair is symmetrical.
It's everywhere.
Somehow. And I didn't see the acid hit his hair as much, but it did.
Well, you said it yourself. Acid gets everywhere. That's the problem. Batman's in that jury as well.
He just appears out of nowhere. Again, very slow motion. It's like, how did no one know he was there?
Yeah.
In the middle of the day, just sat there.
Any prejudices in the jury? I don't like bats. Okay, it's that random guy over there dressed as a bat. Fine. The Dark Knight did it well.
Yeah.
With where he's sort of drenched in, is it gasoline? And then it catches fire and he burns that side of his face.
Yeah, it burns his whole body. Does it burn his whole body that way or something like that? I don't know.
Because he falls off a chair. He's tied to a chair and he falls off it.
And that's how he falls, yeah.
Yeah, so that makes sense. In the real world, this is nuts.
Yeah. Because as well, I didn't know acid turned you purple and your hair purple, but...
Well, that's good. It was makeup from Rick Baker, our good friend Rick Baker.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, again, even though I liked it, it doesn't make much...
None of this makes sense, though. So, why not? Tommy Lee Jones, though, it's weird seeing him. It's like having a granddad, like an old curmudgeon of a granddad, and then you see old movies, like home movies of him in, where he's like dancing around and acting weird and just being the life of the party.
And you love him, but you also think, oh, Grandad, what are you doing that for?
Why are you doing that? That's not who you are. No. Tommy Lee Jones is not the right casting for this. That's insane that he was first choice.
No. And as well, you've got Two-Face playing almost straight, like the Joker, as opposed to somebody who is at war with themselves.
Yes.
Because they are Two-Face. It's two different sides of themselves trying to come out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get that. Instead, they try to say, oh, because we're Two-Face, we have two girlfriends.
Yeah.
And they have two different completely personalities. Very Jekyll and Hyde, but in the same side of their face. You know
if they'd have done a Jekyll and Hyde on it, though, would it have worked better?
I don't know. It's quite interesting, really.
Yeah, it's awkward. His performance is only made worse because there's someone else in this film who is doing the same better.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
We're fans.
100%.
1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
He will give you the full energy. I imagine every take.
Yeah, and I bet he's probably really tiring and he must be really hard to be around for some actors.
Yeah, this is peak Jim Carrey, though. I just want to talk about because he was big in the 90s.
Yeah.
Hollywood loved him. At one point, he was the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, 20 million he got for, I think, The Cable Guy.
Okay.
But we're not quite at Cable Guy Carey yet. So this is the run he had in the early 90s of movies. He had all this stuff on In Living Colour, and then in 1994 he had Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. The same year he had The Mask. In the same year, also 1994, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, so he had a great year then, didn't he?
That's a good year. That's a bumpy year, that, for Jim Carrey. This is 1995, so Batman Forever was next, along with Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, and then the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what a stellar run.
Yeah. So his style would have just blown up, wouldn't it, overnight?
Yeah. How did you find him in this?
I think some of the performance does get a little bit too much at times.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked seeing him, especially as Edward Nigma.
Okay.
I thought that some of that was really well done because there's something about Nigma that should be a little bit pathetic.
In those earlier scenes, you mean?
Yeah, and I liked that, and I wanted to see a little bit more of that.
The problem is with Carey, and I think I've mentioned this before, sometimes he's undirectable.
Yeah.
And if you've got because he's worked with Joel Schumacher again in the number 23.
Okay, that's a bit more serious,
A bit more,
isn't it,
it's
that one?
more of a thriller, that one, yeah.
Yeah,
So he must have got on with him.
yeah.
And the thing is, if you get on that well with your actors, sometimes it can be hard to say no to them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the case here.
Okay.
So when Jim Carrey's giving you 1,000%, you need someone there to say, bring that down.
Yeah, reel that in a little bit, because sometimes I actually thought, oh, Jim, you didn't need to go quite that far. You'd have still gotten the performance you were looking for, toning it down ever so slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, he can do the serious stuff quite well too.
I think, have you played the Arkham games?
I've played one of them.
Yeah, but like Riddler in that's a bit more like he's setting trophies around everywhere.
Yeah.
And you hear from him over a tunnel every now and then.
He's almost setting traps almost. He's quite, it's a bit jigsaw-y.
It's not far off jigsaw.
Yeah.
I feel like Jim Carrey does have potential to get that.
Yeah.
If you rein him in. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that's the case.
No, and I think it becomes more over the top as well when you add in the costume and the hair. It all together, that as a package, makes it look more extreme.
The costuming throughout these movies has been a bit bipolar in a sense that I love the Keaton batsuit both times. I enjoyed the Joker's outfits, most of them. I love everything that's happening in Batman Returns. And then here we've gone a bit silly.
Yeah, you're talking about mainly the Riddler costumes. Yeah,
it's the I think the assignment that Joel Schumacher was given from Warner Brothers was right. Batman Returns didn't land. Not many people liked it.
Yeah,
because it was dirt. It was filthy.
It was dark. Yeah,
yeah. It was gringy. We need to sell toys.
Mm-hmm.
Make us a marketable Batman movie.
Yeah,
and Joel Schumacher, being the legend that he was, decided, yeah, I can do that. I can, and I think he delivers that manifest.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, when I think of this movie, even before I saw it, I thought of Jim Carrey in the cap.
Yeah,
I think that's
it's quite iconic.
It's quite an iconic look.
But it's not a good look.
It's not the best look, but I would look at that and go, that's the Riddler.
Okay.
It does a good job in that respect. It's clearly very memorable, but some of them were absolutely disgraceful. It was like, well, who did this? But again, I think they're pulling too much from the Joker idea, because they've got rid of the Joker in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, let's just face it, when you kind of think of Batman villains, if you ask, this was on an episode of Pointless.
Sure.
The TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And you must ask people, name a Batman villain straight away. Most people would go the Joker.
But in the show Pointless, you wouldn't go to the Joker.
Well, that's the idea. It's that's going to be the most common answer, isn't it?
Yeah,
the Joker.
Like 1,000%. Yeah.
And I think because they're probably the most popular as well.
Mm-hmm.
They've got rid of him in the first film. So how do we keep that through with these other characters? With these other villains in later films, to still keep that Joker vibe alive?
Do you think that's what's happening with the Matt Reeves, Pattinson, Batman stuff? Because we haven't had Joker. We've had Joker at the end of that movie, played by the Irish guy I don't like.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he rocks up, but he's not the main villain. Riddler's front and center in that movie. Do you think maybe they're going to build something up that way and get to Joker again?
They might do, but I feel like we've had too many Jokers. They've done it all the ways now. We've had goofy Jokers, we've had the serious ones, we've had the ones that are just perfect. We all know who that was.
Yep.
Mr. Legend.
Mm-hmm.
The Legend.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had enough of them now. Let's go with other characters.
Mm-hmm. I think audiences will still flock to see a Joker.
I think they will as well, unless it's a musical.
Unless it's Joker Part 2, yeah. Out of curiosity, if anything, how's that actor going to play that character that we've seen 1,000?
But what I don't want is other Batman characters falling into these Jokerisms, because I think that they're more interesting as they are. Because I feel like we get that a little bit. I feel like they played Penguin that way a bit in the previous one, with having the whole circus stuff. It all felt, like whereas all the kind of circus carnival characters were the ones kind of taking over Gotham. That felt very Joker. The whole like some of his plans. I said, well, all was missing with the clownfish. Yeah. This one, again, with how they've got Carey acting and his costume, and then obviously the way that Tommy Lee Jones is playing his character. Mm-hmm. Again, it's pulling from something it doesn't need to. These characters are great as they are. Mm-hmm. Sorry if I've repeated that.
No. I completely agree. I think that's a writer problem.
Yeah.
Because if you've got the same writing team throughout most of the movies, which I would assume they had, then they're going to go, oh, well, we know how to write Joker, but just a little bit puzzly.
Yeah, we know people like this already, so
I
so
not,
we'll put the vibe in with other characters. We'll work it in somehow.
and of course you've still got to sell toys. That's the main thing we're doing here.
Yeah.
We're selling toys, big time.
Yeah.
I'd buy them if I was a child. I bought them.
You'd buy them now.
I would buy them now. I mean, I don't want a Jim Carrey 1995
Yes, you do.
spandex doll. Get that out of here.
Yes, you would.
I've already got one. So
You've got the uniform.
I don't need two of them. Yeah. I do want to talk about a fact. This is a very common story in Hollywood, and it must be addressed because Tommy Lee Jones and Jim Carrey share a lot of screen time. However, not all was well behind the scenes.
I'm not surprised.
This is according to Jim Carrey, though, so we don't know.
There's two sides. Every Two-Face.
Which is ironic, yeah. But according to Jim Carrey, he did not get along well with Tommy Lee Jones, who told Jim Carrey he hated him. Carrey later surmised that it was because, at the time, Carey's blockbuster Dumb and Dumber was released the same week as Tommy Lee Jones's Cobb, which is a film that came out with him in.
Okay.
And just wiped the floor with it.
Okay.
So it could have something to do with that. There was also an incident in a restaurant, and the two of them met accidentally, and Jim Carrey said, "Hey, Tommy, how you doing?" Only for Tommy Lee Jones to turn pale and begin visibly shaking, like he had been thinking of me for 24 hours. This is Jim Carrey. The blood just drained from his face in such a way that I realized I had become the face of his pain or something. He started shaking and he got up like he was in mid-kill me fantasy. He hugged me and said, "I hate you. I really don't like you." And I said, "Gee, man, what's your problem?" And I pulled up a chair, which probably wasn't smart. And he said, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery."
Yeah, I can kind of understand that. I think they're very different kinds of actors, aren't they?
Yeah.
And Carey is quite over the top compared to the acting we see. Mind you, from the goofy ass performance he put in, he can't really say shit. And I feel like you can see it on screen.
It shows. Apparently, that wasn't after filming, that was during filming. Because the next day, they filmed the scene where Riddler forms an alliance with Two-Face in his lair. So, but I think sometimes that works in favour of characters.
Yeah, you get that natural tension then, don't you?
A famous case would be in Jaws, where Richard Dreyfuss and Robert... The shark didn't get on. And that draws in a good dynamic. It almost works here. I like the fact that they kind of hate each other. I think they're like a minutes away from a scrap.
They look like they're trying to outdo each other later on. Tommy more so than Jim.
There's a moment where the Riddler appears at the end and he's like, "Oh, Batman, you're here," whatever. I don't know the words. And then
it says it just like that. Say it again.
"Oh, Batman, here you are. Riddle me this. You're a bitch." And then Tommy Lee Jones rocks up and he's like, "Oh, and I'm here." And then he goes off. He goes, "And I'm here." And he turns around and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? He's just done that.
And the way it's shot as well is that Carey takes up a lot of the screen in that as well. He's always at the forefront.
Yeah.
So Tommy's having to play second base to him a lot, and I don't think he'd have liked that quite so much either.
You shouldn't have.
Again, I'm speculating.
Who knows? Yeah. We have to have a love interest in these movies
for some reason,
and this is why they brought in Robin. That was a cheap joke. Chase Meridian's in this.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's a character from the comics.
No idea.
However, Nicole Kidman.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
You know what? I didn't dislike her.
Oh,
which
okay.
I thought I was going to, because as I've said to you before, I don't feel like love interests are needed in these stories.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we were talking about this during the movie as well. So I think the reason that I did like her so much is because she was just giving off pure poison ivy vibes.
And then we found a fact.
We did. So apparently Mr. Schumacher wanted Kidman to play Poison Ivy, but then decided that having 3 villains in one movie would be too much. So instead he saved it for the next movie, and she was played by the incredible Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
But you see it with Chase.
You do see it completely, yeah. But then just swap out one of the villains.
Two-Face.
I think it would have been much more interesting if Riddler was the main villain, and then something's happening with Chase Meridian, and then she becomes Poison Ivy midway through the movie,
Maybe.
and then she takes over the movie a little bit.
Because the way that they have this movie is that the Riddler's trying to control people's minds, manipulate them to do what he wants. You could have had Poison Ivy trying to then change it over, manipulate people to do with the planet or something like that, to do with nature.
Like toxins or something, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a way you could have made that work.
Yeah.
And again, maybe it's because they're both green as well.
Yeah, it would have been a nice
green
aesthetic.
and red, it's a vibe.
Yeah, but now we went Two-Face, the guy who flips his coin. Fucking fun. So, I think she's good in this. But she's there for those Bruce Wayne scenes that are particularly strong, I find, in this movie.
Yeah, to help, because she's a doctor, she's there to help evaluate his psyche.
Yeah, and then he's flashing back. He's flashing back something fierce in this movie.
You like these scenes, don't you?
I do. They're shot really well. They're shot with a sort of nightmare scope on them.
Yeah.
So they're shot from from low angles, so it's like a child's perspective, and everything's dark, which turn some lights on. My God. And then it's a bit spooky.
Yeah.
It's focused. So I can't really say, but if I was a child who had lost my parents, I would focus on objects and things. I wouldn't focus on the bigger picture.
Yeah.
It's quite good, I think.
Yeah. No, I agree. Did a lot of the old Disney animations do that as well?
Yeah, I think so. I think video games do it.
Yeah.
When there's an object you need to spot in a distance, it'll sparkle or something.
Yeah, or it'll be slightly brighter or something like that, yeah.
Similar vibe. Or in a Scooby-Doo cartoon where there's a bookcase.
Bookcase, a clock and it is.
Yeah, and then there's one book that they'll interact with, and I was like, which one's that going to be?
The only red one. Yeah.
Yeah. She's probably my second favourite out of these love interests we've had.
Oh, well, because that's the first one's Catwoman for you.
Well, yeah. I enjoyed his dynamic with Catwoman.
I did, but to me, I didn't see them as, I don't know why I don't see them as love interests quite so much, even though they clearly were.
Mm-hmm.
Because she went to Wayne Manor as well, but it's quite funny because he mentioned something about, I'm going to tell you something that I've never told anyone before. Hold on. We've seen these other movies. I've seen you tell plenty of fucking people who you are.
Yeah, you're bad at shouting it out. There's a scene in the circus where Two-Face is rocked up and he's like, yeah, if anyone knows who Batman is, let him, tell me now, I'll blow everyone up, Joker. And then everyone's shouting and screaming, but Bruce Wayne, at the top of his lungs, shouts, Harvey, I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, that gets lost in the sea of panic.
But the person next to you, dare you say that?
We've been to a concert.
Oh, my God.
And I've stood next to you, and I've spoke to you. We've had conversations while a concert's been on.
Yeah, I've been serenaded. I had Brandon Flowers in one ear and you in the other.
Yeah.
And the best thing is I knew that everyone around us also had you in their ear.
So if I had mid-concert shouted, I'm Batman, the people are, the 5 or so people around me would have heard that as well.
Please shout that at our next concert.
I might do.
Oh, please just shout, I'm Batman, and we'll see who can hear.
Yeah. And then
we'll test the theory.
Hopefully Tommy Lee Jones is not in the audience.
Because you're not here anyway.
Yeah. You cannot sanction my buffoonery. Robin's in this.
Oh.
Robin is a 42-year-old man, right?
Well, apparently Chris O'Donnell is 24.
He's 24 when this came out, yeah.
Yeah.
When they filmed this. That's odd.
Yeah. He does not come across as a boy in any of this whatsoever. And that's how they keep referring to him.
The casting doesn't reflect the writing.
No.
So, in the film, Robin's lost his parents. This is very sad. That's ripped from the comics, so that's 10 points for accuracy, I guess. But then Bruce Wayne sort of takes him under his wing, his Batwing.
His Batwing. And
he's like, oh, we've got to stay here because of social services. Hang on. Social services have said that man's got to stay with you. That man...
That grown-ass man.
Who rode here on a motorcycle and has a mortgage...
and 2 children at home.
And 2 children at home and a bad back. You think, yeah, okay, yeah, social services. No, he's too old.
Yeah, it's not believable at all.
What's going on? Does that happen anymore? That last time that happened was in Greece.
Oh, it's so bad in Greece, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I love it. And even in this, it's so bad. You know it's a load of shit.
But the problem is as well, his dialogue is still, oh, I'm sad. I want to go out. Why does no one like me? It's still written young.
It's and they have him. Yeah, he's a what do you call it? He's a acrobat, but they have him just randomly like jumping over things in Wayne Manor and just hanging from tapestries and stuff.
Oh, you missed the bit where he does the laundry.
Oh, it's just so cringy. It's like no person would actually do that. And again, he is a grown man.
Yeah.
There is no chance a grown man is doing that shit. He'd be going to gym. He'd be going to his circ class. But also to say that he has just witnessed the death of his entire family pretty horrifically.
Yeah.
He seems to get over it really quickly when he sees the Batmobile.
Well, chicks dig the car.
Well, he even said it was like, everything changed in an instant. Wow. So, again, you lost your parents and your brothers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty traumatic.
Yeah.
And all you've done since is be whiny and get excited about a car.
What a car, though.
That car's ugly.
But it's not the best Batmobile, I'll give you that.
It's got a mohawk. It's awful.
It's quite interesting that they do the thing where it's like, oh, Robin just wants revenge, so he wants to kill Two-Face.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce Wayne's trying to teach him how to do, don't kill him. If you kill him, you're only as good as them.
Yeah.
You've got to be better than them. There's a good message there for Robin if he was a child, but he's not.
Also, can you go back to 2 movies for me, please? To Mr. Keaton.
Oh, where he killed all those people. He killed all those people in that Ace Chemicals. Yeah.
He did not care.
Val Kilmer doesn't kill anyone, though. I think we're back to the fighting in this one feels very biff, wham,
Dooloo.
flip.
I kept saying that to you, didn't I, all the way through?
But the music's doing it.
Yeah.
The music in this is not good. It's noise.
No, and also, guys, I know the song that was attributed to this movie.
The U2 Kiss Me, Kill Me, Hold Me,
No
Throw
one
Me.
thinks of that shit. I'm talking about Mr. Seal himself.
Oh, yeah. Solitary Brother.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm.
I was waiting for that song to come out at some point during this movie.
In the middle of the movie?
It didn't happen. I was expecting like a theme for it or something. Even when the credits rolled, I was expecting it. Not a tiny snippet of it right at the end. I was really sad.
Yeah.
To say it was they massively promoted it with the film.
I'd say it's Seal's biggest song, isn't it?
Is it? I won't be surprised.
Yeah, it must be a top 5. I can't name 4 others. Of all the Seals I've ever known, he's probably the most talented one.
He definitely is.
Yeah.
Well, did we see some good seals in the previous film?
No, they were penguins.
I didn't know if he had other animals as well.
No, just penguins.
Just penguins. What are you laughing at?
No, you just mistaken penguins for the singer Seal. Good times.
No, I said I didn't know if Penguin in the last one had other characters, other animals he was controlling other than
just the penguins.
Yeah, I think I've been on Instagram a lot recently and I've seen a lot of seal videos for some reason. Actual seals.
Not the singer.
And like sea lions and stuff. I don't know
This is
why.
very confusing.
It's because they've got the same name.
Yeah. And if they were going to play Kiss from a Rose, it would have been in the scene between Robin and Batman, right?
Oh.
It's stupid. Do you get the whole Chase Meridian fancies Batman, but then actually kind of fancies Bruce Wayne?
I guess, yeah.
It's done okay here, but it's done better in many other movies.
Yeah, and also he gets triggered by roses, which is odd because he had roses in the first film.
He laid them in the alley where his parents died.
Yeah, I don't know why I'd want to be kissed by one if they're that triggering.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Is the kiss... Oh, this is deep. Is the kiss from his parents, like kissing him goodnight and stuff?
What, in the grey?
Yeah. Or is the kiss... Who's the kiss from? Who's the rose?
For actual Rose from the Titanic.
If I think what happened, and this is purely conjecture, I think Joel Schumacher went, Seal, right, come here, you, Seal. I'm doing a Poison Ivy movie. She's going to kiss Batman at some point. Can you write a song about it for my Batman movie? And Seal went, no. And he wrote Kiss from a Rose. At which point, the film completely changed.
And they went, actually, we're going to have Two-Face, which was always going to have.
Yep.
And the Riddler instead.
Yeah. And your song will not feature at all until the end of the credits.
And they are going to kiss.
And they will kiss. Yeah. And it will be good. And Seal went, this is a weird movie.
It's so odd.
Drew Barrymore's in this.
Can we just also talk about one of the beginning shots when Batman finds his way on the scene where there's like a bank robbery kind of happening?
Yeah.
The whole scene is odd. And he clearly is just in front of a green screen, just hanging from like a chain. And he swoops in. It's just, Oh, I loved it. It was so bad. It was good.
We could go through this all night. Honestly, I love it. But the opening heist with Two-Face and stuff, we mentioned this when we were watching it, but it's just so bizarre. So Two-Face is stealing an actual vault from a bank, and he's lifting it into the air to take wherever. I don't know. However, the vault is also a trap for Batman and this one guy who's like, "It's boiling acid!"
Yeah.
Right?
Who needed to have said his lines again.
Yeah. Oh, no! All the extras in this movie were fucking good. They understood the assignment, and I love it. However, that is how did he get the acid into the vault if it's not just a vault of boiling acid?
And then why would you steal the vault anyway? Because then you've literally just got a vault full of acid, and you already had the acid to begin with.
Yeah.
So what was the whole point of going through with it?
Unless it is all just a trap to kill Batman, at which point, that's elaborate.
It is. It's very Joker-esque.
Yeah, but then Batman follows this, and then
with a hearing aid.
With a hearing aid, yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I need that." Just like, shut up, this guy. Honestly, if I was Batman, I'd let that guy fall in.
You'd be like, "I'm going to push you into the acid." If anyone asks anything, I'll be like, "Yeah, he fell.
He fell in.
No one knows. There's no cameras in there."
I didn't kill him. He killed himself.
He killed himself. He wouldn't shut the fuck up.
He was so annoying. That guy, Jesus. Anyway, that vault falls from the sky and is connected via one single grappling hook.
A single hook.
Yeah. And it falls back into the floor where it came from, and it goes back in the hole, and everyone survives.
But what we're forgetting is this is a vault full of acid, and nobody knows that, right? Other than Batman and the guard.
Yeah, because the guard exclaims it, yeah.
But the guard's already fucked off somewhere. He's not in that scene next. And you've got Batman off out gallivanting, and I think he sees Chase, and they have a bit of a thing.
Yeah. So
far, nobody has communicated the fact that safe thing is full of acid. At some point, somebody in the bank is going to open that fucker. So they're going to get two-faced, aren't they?
Let's do the role play. So, all right, I'm here to deposit something in my safety deposit box.
Do you have your key?
I have my key. I have my key right here. It's in vault number 5, and it's pad number 207.
Okay, let me just open this. Beep, 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 beep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lovely. Nice to it.
Opens it up.
Oh, God!
Oh, no!
It's boiling acid!
And then Two-Face and Joker are born again.
Yeah, and then this goes on.
It's always a villain.
There's always a Two-Face. Maybe that's his deal.
Maybe that's how this happened. Well, we know it isn't, because we saw the court scene. We saw the court scene with the perfect camera vision.
Yeah, they shot that well.
I like the fact as well that it's boiling acid that apparently he was hit with, but he put his paper file in front of his face, and that kept the other side of it okay, you see.
Yeah, but he didn't keep it like, right, that's symmetrical to my face. It sort of wafted in the way.
Yeah, but that kept his part of his face safe, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the other guy's glasses fell into the plastic glasses fell in.
Yeah.
They dissolved.
Yeah.
That and glass, that all dissolved, but paper, no. That's it, guys. Anybody handling dangerous chemicals, you're safe with paper.
The Riddler's created this box to steal people's thoughts and become smarter.
So basically just any streaming service.
Essentially, yeah. This film's ahead of its time. That is not a box. That is a blender with wings.
It's just literally, you're just selling people blenders.
What can we sell now? I imagine you can probably buy that as a toy.
You're going to look now, aren't you?
I know I want for Christmas.
Oh.
You liked it when Jim Carrey first rocked up. You laughed. He didn't say anything yet, and then later in the film he kills his boss.
Yeah,
throws him out the window, and then fakes his suicide. There's a suicide note. It's like, it's clearly suicide. We've got his note, and it says to Bruce Wayne from man who died regarding my suicide. It just says, "Bye, cruel world." That got a laugh out of me.
Nothing for family or anything like that, but anyone who's just seen the trailer for Weapon or seen the movie, that particular scene, he weapons runs out of that window.
No, you don't see him crash out of the window because it's the Riddler redoing it.
But he weapons runs to the window.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
it's quite entertaining.
It's a good time.
So obviously a lot of that is shown with like ring doorbell footage and stuff like that, and obviously that's CCTV they're watching. So in that moment, 'cause obviously we watched that last week, that's all I could think of, and it made me laugh.
Okay, yeah. Being chased by loads of little kids.
Absolutely.
You know what? I could talk about this film for the rest of the night. God, it's so bizarre. And I enjoyed watching it this time. Sometimes I would watch it and I'm like, this is a bit shit. This is wank. This is 1995 personified. And then other times I'm like, this is all right. I don't know. I sit on the fence.
Is it because you watched it with me? And obviously it's the first time I've watched it, and all I did was literally talk all the way through it.
You ripped it to pieces from time to time.
But it deserved it.
It deserves it, yeah.
But again, I found bits to enjoy. I thought it was so silly that I enjoyed it.
Okay, good. This is where we're going to get our good friend Jake on Claws and Webs.
Wait, good friend Jake.
Whoop, 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 whoop. He's going to talk about, well, he has talked about the other Batman movies, and now we're just going to get his quick opinion on Batman Forever. This is the film. Here he is.
You're a symbol of fear to these scumbags. As for the rest of us, you're something else. You all are. I'd hate to think what would happen if we lost that.
Hey guys, Jake here from Claws and Webs again, here to wrap up this 3-movie retrospective on the Biscuits and Blurays podcast. Okay, Batman Forever. So, Tim Burton was booted from the Batman franchise after the poor reception to Batman Returns and replaced with Joel Schumacher. Even though this is set in the same universe as Batman and Batman Returns, things feel very different because Joel Schumacher clearly had a different vision for Batman and the city of Gotham than Tim Burton did. There is much more neon. I think it's more of a thriving, decaying Gotham, whereas like the first two films were very much like decaying Gotham, you know. So this one's kind of on the upswing and everything. You can definitely tell that Joel Schumacher was a bit more influenced by the 60s Adam West show than he was the darker kind of Batman comics that were coming out at the time, or even the previous movies. Not to say that's inherently bad, because there is definitely worth to be taken from. There's definitely, an interpretation from comic inspiration, and that is also something that's been kind of referenced in future Batman projects. You know, I mean, the Arkham games and the Batman film definitely include that kind of neon aspect, and make Gotham a little bit of a nightmarish, but also brightly colored eyesore in places. Val Kilmer is, I think, a good replacement for Michael Keaton. I don't think his performance is as good as Keaton's, but I think, for him to have shown up and do, just kind of like do a single outing as Batman, I think he does well. This movie also has the introduction of Robin, an interesting idea. They definitely aged Robin up to about 17, 18, but it does come across as strange that, they're talking about social services and adoption when Chris O'Donnell at the time, I believe he was 25. So it can be a little galling watching this and just being like, you look a bit too old to be adopted. Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face, no. Just, I'm sorry, this is not a good performance. You can tell Tommy Lee Jones is kind of just there for a paycheck. He doesn't care, so I can't really find anything valid in the performance he gives. Jim Carrey as the Riddler, I have a real love-hate relationship with Jim Carrey. Some of his performances in the 90s definitely shaped some of my humor and some of my childhood memories from that time, clearly. It's very, very similar to a lot of Jim Carrey performances, very over the top. He chews the scenery. But, that this was at the height of his power. This was at the height of his fame. And, that's what people wanted to see from him. So, I guess, I guess you've got to give the people what they want. I think this is a perfect Batman movie for very young children. I think young children will be able to watch this and enjoy it. I just don't think this movie is aged particularly well. I don't think anybody's going to include it in like the top 5, potentially even the top 10 greatest Batman films ever made. But you can definitely see that Joel Schumacher had a vision, and you can definitely see that he cared about the movie he was making. You can see that he put a lot of effort into, giving a bit of a burst to the Batman franchise after the kind of mixed reviews of Batman Returns. I heard it said once before that this was the perfect Batman movie for movie executives because it's safe and it's marketable. And I think that kind of sums it up. This isn't like I don't think this is a film for Batman purists. I don't think it's a Batman, I mean, I know there's a Schumacher cut that's been screened very privately before. And I know that it's interesting because it was the first film to actually give Bruce Wayne an arc, like a character arc, blaming himself for the death of his parents and trying to make a choice about whether he would stay. It feels like he needs to. It presents him as making a choice between whether to be Bruce Wayne or be Batman, and there's hints to that character arc in the final film. But I know that there is a cut out there that gives a good extra 40 minutes, I think, to continuing that character arc in a more in-depth and interesting way of delving into Bruce's psyche, which is an interesting prospect. And obviously, the only film that would actually give Bruce an arc would be the first film would be Batman Begins that came out in 2005. So this was an idea that was being toyed with 10 years before that, which is interesting. But overall, I think it's just average. It's not great. It's not terrible. It would sow the seeds and set the stage for what would be terrible in Batman and Robin. But yeah, this film as it is, if it's on, check it out. But I can't really see many people, especially Batman diehard fans, being like, oh, I'm really, really in the mood to watch Batman Forever. But yeah, average, kind of mid.
Thank you, Jake. Claws and Webs, go and follow them on Instagram and YouTube. They make some wonderful comic book.
And again, I'm going to plug it. James has played Two-Face.
I've played Two-Face, and you know what?
For Claws and Web.
I don't consider myself a good actor.
Yes, you do.
Not in the grand scheme of things. However, I feel like my Two-Face is better than this Two-Face.
Yes, I would agree. I think, to be fair, most of them would be.
Okay.
But that takes nothing away from you because you're fabulous.
Thank you.
There's a good Riddler within you.
Thank you.
Jake, make it happen.
Make it happen, Jake. Claws and Webs have a upcoming Batman fan film coming out soon. Batman Deathstroke's Revenge. So go and subscribe to their page on YouTube. Honestly, I think you'll find some very good stuff on there to like.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of effort and they're really good.
Their heart's completely in the right place on this one. And we love Jake and everyone involved.
Absolutely.
So thank you for appearing, Jake, on this podcast. He never said if any of these were better than Space Jam. And now I don't know what to...
That's your job. That's what you do.
And now I don't know what to believe. What did you think to Batman Forever, though? Is it better than Space Jam?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Just purely for the cringe and for how bad it was. I love it.
I'm going to put it on par. I don't think it's any better than Space Jam.
It's mid, slightly better than Space Jam.
Yeah, depending on what mood I'm in. Oh, Cape Watch. How was the cape?
Cape Watch. Oh, the cape was perfect.
Was it good?
All right, it wasn't as rigid as the previous one, and I like that.
It was an actual cape.
It was a proper cape.
Yeah.
It did what it needed to do.
I can't remember.
But, guys, Batman's many gadgets, right? He had rockets in his fucking shoes.
Alfred, I need rockets in my shoes.
That is a health and safety problem.
Yeah.
Oh my God. As soon as it happened, I looked at you. I was like, what the fuck is happening?
If he falls off a curb and just like twists his ankle a little bit, he's going to go flying.
If he kicks somebody pretty hard,
they're going to go flying.
And that's going to do some damage to yourself as well.
Might kill them. And that goes against your rule, Batman.
If he goes flamenco dancing.
Did you like... 1, 2, cha-cha-cha.
Bang.
Did you like the joke that Robin said where they land on the Riddler's island?
I didn't like anything Robin said.
Okay, great. That sums that up. Fine. Yeah, I had a good time with this one today. I might not do next time we watch it.
I don't know. Maybe you will. 'Cause
It's
you've
one
got
of
me now.
those. It's one of those.
Giving you shit that you've not expected.
Yeah. I don't know what episode we're doing next.
Twisters.
No, that's end of season.
No.
End of season.
I want to do the Twisters.
No, because we've been hinting at Twisters for a long time, so I feel like we should end the season with Twisters.
No.
You just straight up want to do Twisters next week.
No.
We'll put it to a poll.
I never win the poll.
Twisters never wins. If you do listen, please vote for Twisters, just for Jade.
Please. Give
'Cause-
a pregnant lady what she wants.
Watch it still be like cats and dogs.
Like, it was gonna. If you dare put that against cats and dogs, you know cats and dogs are gonna win, and that's what you do.
I might chuck it. We haven't done Pete's Dragon, and Pete's Dragon's come close most of this time.
We'll do it as a 3 then. See what they say.
You want Pete's Dragon, cats and dogs, and Twisters?
Watch cats and dogs win.
Watch you be the only person who votes for Twisters.
So
No. So overall, have you enjoyed these Batman movies?
I've enjoyed the experience of watching them with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The films have gotten more entertaining for me. The second one's clearly the best out of all of them.
Uh-huh.
But
that's not hard.
That's not particularly difficult when you look at how they're made and all that kind of stuff. As far as a Batman movie goes, though, this one, it missed the mark, but I liked a bit of the goofy vibe to it. It worked for me a little.
Do you like this more than Batman and Robin?
Yeah.
Okay. But Batman and Robin's so bad it's good.
It is, but again, you've got too much Robin in that. I think Robin's just a bell end.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Thank you for watching these with me.
You're welcome.
And we'll see you next week for probably Cats and Dogs, probably Twisters, maybe Pete's Dragon.
It will never be twisted.
See you then.
Bye.